What if everything you've been told about gratitude and manifesting is, well, not entirely true? The whole be grateful and abundance follows idea. Sure, it sounds nice, like something you'd see plastered over a sunset stock photo. But if it were that simple, wouldn't everyone be effortlessly manifesting money, love, success, hell, even a better parking spot? Yet here we are, watching some people breeze through life like they've unlocked a secret cheat code, while others, maybe you, do all the right things, gratitude journals, positive vibes, carefully worded affirmations, and still feel stuck. Almost like something isn't clicking. Let's re-examine the whole gratitude attitude in a new light. Stay tuned to this video. Hi, I'm Trevor, and 30-ish years ago, that was definitely me, trying all the techniques in an attempt to make my uphill battle with life better. I had no money, a broken marriage, a pile of debt, and I couldn't see a way to a brighter future at all. So the law of attraction was my lifeline. It took me around a couple of decades, but eventually I figured out that manifesting doesn't require any of those techniques, even the gratitude thing. I wrote a short book explaining my very non-woo-woo way of manifesting effortlessly. It's called Let's Manifest a Ferrari, and you can download it for free by clicking the link at the top of the description. Think back to the last time you tried to be grateful. Did it feel forced? Like you wrote down a list of things you were thankful for, but deep down there was this quiet whisper of doubt, like you were trying to convince yourself? Maybe it even felt like an obligation, something you should do, because apparently that's how the universe works. But is it? I mean, does gratitude actually create abundance? Or does abundance create gratitude? Because if you think about it, when something amazing happens, an unexpected windfall, an opportunity that just drops into your lap, you don't force yourself to be grateful. It just happens. You feel it instantly, naturally. But when you're trying to be grateful for things that haven't materialized yet, that's a different story. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe forcing gratitude, reaching for it like it's a requirement, is exactly what keeps you in a loop of not having. Ever notice how some of the biggest things you've manifested happened when you weren't obsessing over them? It's like when you stop checking the pot, the water finally boils. And when you really think about it, that's how so much of life works. Relationships, careers, even creativity. Sometimes the best ideas come when you're not trying to have them. So why wouldn't manifesting work the same way? And if that's the case, then what does that mean for you? If gratitude isn't the magic key, but more like a side effect, something that flows after the fact rather than causing it, then why are we being told to practice it like it's some kind of manifestation life hack? More importantly, if the way you've been taught to practice gratitude is actually making it harder to manifest, how do you undo that? And before you ask, no, the answer isn't another technique, another 5-step process, or some overcomplicated system that turns the whole thing into work. Because, let's be honest, isn't the whole point of manifesting to make life easier? Here's where it gets interesting. The most powerful form of gratitude, the kind that actually opens the floodgates, isn't something you do. It's something you realize. It's what happens when you're not grasping, when you stop trying to engineer the feeling and just let it arise. It's the kind of gratitude that sneaks up on you, the kind you feel in your bones rather than write down in a notebook. And ironically, the moment you stop trying to make gratitude happen, it shows up on its own. So how do you let that happen without turning it into yet another technique? Well, that's the paradox, isn't it? The answer is simple, but it's not what most people want to hear. You stop interfering. That means no more trying to be grateful, no more scanning your life for things to appreciate just because someone told you that's how you attract more. Instead, you step back and notice what's already there without forcing a reaction. It's like watching the sky. You don't try to see the clouds, they're just there, whether you comment on them or not. Real gratitude works the same way. It emerges naturally when you stop micromanaging it. Think about a time you were completely absorbed in something, a moment when you felt truly alive, maybe laughing with a friend, lost in music, or watching a sunset that caught you off guard. Did you need to remind yourself to be grateful in that moment? No, it just happened. That's what we're talking about. Gratitude isn't something to be manufactured, it's something to be noticed. And the only way to notice it is to stop chasing it like a prize and let yourself experience life without constantly checking whether you're doing it right. Most people don't see this. They're busy practicing gratitude, thinking it's the bridge between them and what they want, when in reality, it's the byproduct of already being in flow. Imagine waking up and knowing, like deep, unshakable knowing, that what you want is already making its way to you. No forcing, no mental gymnastics, no ritualistic scripting of what you're grateful for. Just that quiet certainty, that deep exhale, that feeling of, it's already happening. So what's the missing piece? Why do some people seem to manifest effortlessly while others, despite all their efforts, remain stuck? It's simple. They're not playing the game of how do I make this happen. I stopped playing that game some time ago, although I confess I still catch myself lapsing back into it at times. Instead, I trust. Relax your body, you know how to do that. Let your thoughts drift away. And simply know that the universe, whatever that immense intelligence is, will sort this out. Just practice this for a few minutes every day, and you'll soon start living as if what you want is happening, just as you know that the sun will come up tomorrow, even if it rains. Things will not always be exactly perfect every moment of every day. But when you want something badly, set your heart on it and know that it's coming. The universe has an infinite number of solutions, and you and I don't. So I'd bet on the universe. It takes the strain, and you can stop stressing. That is what you can be grateful for. That trust, that peace of mind. Some might call it faith, but that's where the gratitude bubbles up from. And in that space, gratitude isn't something you practice, it's something that just is. So maybe, just maybe, it's time to stop trying to be grateful and start realizing that everything is already in motion, whether you see it or not. I know a lot of this is counterintuitive at first, which is why I recommend you get a copy of my ebook, Let's Manifest a Ferrari. It's free, and all you have to do is click the link at the top of the description below this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in another video.